The book that haunted the world. In 1848, a thin pamphlet, barely 47 pages long, was published in Europe. It had no armies, no weapons, no nation behind it. Yet within decades, it would inspire revolutions, topple empires, divide the world into hostile camps, and shape the lives of billions. That pamphlet was the Communist Manifesto. Written by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, it introduced ideas so powerful that governments banned it. Kings feared it. And workers embraced it. Today, we ask a simple but dangerous question. How did one book change the course of human history forever? Chapter 1, A World Ready to Explode. What was wrong with the world? By the early 1800s, Europe was transforming at terrifying speed. The Industrial Revolution had created immense wealth, but only for a few. Factories rose. Cities expanded. Machines replaced human labor. But for workers, life became brutal. Men, women, and even children worked 14 to 16 hours a day. Wages barely covered food. Living conditions were filthy. Disease was everywhere. Meanwhile, factory owners grew rich beyond imagination. This growing divide created two new classes. The bourgeoisie, factory owners, bankers, industrial elites. The proletariat, workers who owned nothing but their labor. Europe was no longer ruled by kings alone. It was ruled by capital. And this system was cracking. Chapter 2, Karl Marx, the Rebel Philosopher. Karl Marx was born in 1818 in Prussia. He was brilliant, restless, and deeply dissatisfied with the world around him. Marx believed philosophy should not just interpret the world, but change it. He saw history not as kings and battles, but as a struggle between classes. To Marx, every era had one truth. Those who control wealth control society. And capitalism, he believed, was not the final stage of human history. It was unstable, exploitative, and doomed to collapse. But Marx was not alone. Chapter 3, Friedrich Engels, the Insider. Friedrich Engels was everything Marx was not. Born into a wealthy factory-owning family, Engels saw capitalism from the inside. While working in his father's textile factories in England, Engels witnessed child labor, slum housing, starvation wages. What shocked him wasn't just poverty. It was how normal it had become. Engels documented this reality in his book, The Condition of the Working Class in England. When Engels met Marx in 1844, something extraordinary happened. Ideas met experience. And a revolutionary partnership was born. Chapter 4, The Manifesto is born. In 1847, Marx and Engels were asked to write a political program for a revolutionary group. What they produced was not a policy paper. It was a call to arms. The opening line would become one of the most famous sentences in history. A specter is haunting Europe, the specter of communism. The Communist Manifesto made three explosive claims. All history is the history of class struggle. Capitalism exploits workers by stealing the value of their labor. The working class would eventually overthrow the ruling class. Their solution? Abolish private ownership of the means of production. End class divisions. Create a classless society. And they ended with words that shook the world. Workers of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. Chapter 5, 1848, Revolution erupts. The Manifesto was published in 1848. The same year Europe exploded. Revolutions broke out in France, Germany, Italy, Austria. Workers demanded rights. Monarchies trembled. Although most revolutions failed, the damage was done. An idea had escaped into the world. And it could not be killed. Chapter 6, From Words to Revolutions. Decades later, Marx's ideas would ignite real revolutions. Russia, 1917, Lenin leads the Bolshevik Revolution. China, 1949, Mao establishes a communist state. Cuba, Vietnam, Eastern Europe, communism spreads. The world split into two hostile camps. Capitalism. Communism. The Cold War began. Nuclear weapons. Proxy wars. Espionage. All influenced by ideas first written in that small pamphlet. Chapter 7, Controversy, Failures, and Debate. But history is not kind to simple answers. Communist governments often became authoritarian. Millions suffered under oppressive regimes. Freedom was sacrificed in the name of equality. Critics argue. Marx underestimated human nature. Central planning failed. Power corrupted revolutionary ideals. Supporters argue. Capitalism still exploits workers. Inequality is worse than ever. Marx diagnosed real problems, even if solutions failed. The debate never ended. Chapter 8, Why the Manifesto Still Matters Today. Today, the world faces familiar questions. Extreme wealth inequality. Job insecurity. Corporate power. Automation replacing labor. Marx and Engels are no longer just history. They are part of modern debate. Whether you agree or disagree, one truth remains. The Communist Manifesto forced humanity to question who benefits from the system we live in.